At the beginning of June, we were averaging 1,300 cases a day, and now we're averaging 2,400 new cases a day.
Almost double in 1 month. In LA County, the virus is spreading at alarming rates, and with that, testing is stressed beyond capacity. Tonight, there are no county test appointments available for the rest of the week, and demand will exceed supply for weeks beyond. County leaders are now limiting their recommendation of who should get tested as they rush to open 8 more testing sites.
There's 3 general criteria. People with symptoms. Second, people who live or work in high-risk congregate settings. And third, if you're a known exposure to someone who tested positive for the virus.
LA Mayor Eric Garcetti echoed those concerns, but insists anyone, symptoms or not, at risk or not, can still get tested in the city.
We are still giving tests to people without symptoms, but I did want to make sure that people aren't abusing that they aren't, for instance, just going out and taking whatever behavior they want because they got a test 3 days ago, or using it as an excuse to not wear your mask and then just get tested once a week or anything like that.
Priority, though, will be given to essential workers and people with symptoms. Across the state, a record high, 11,694 new infections Tuesday, the most new cases in one day since the pandemic started, though it does include a backlog of tests from over the holiday. There are 6,100 COVID-19 patients in California hospitals, a 44% increase over the past 2 weeks, and 1,763 people in ICU beds, a 34% increase in that same time.
It's because people are not wearing their masks. People are not, for many different reasons and many different circumstances, practicing the physical distancing that they should and they must in order to mitigate the spread of this virus. We're seeing increased mixing within households.
Carmela Coyle, president of the California Hospital Association, says hospitals are concerned and preparing for a surge.
Looking at every nook and cranny within California's hospitals to see if there is more space we can dedicate to caring for COVID-positive individuals.
Also tonight, a dire warning about schools. They may not open as scheduled in 5 or 6 weeks.
You absolutely would not want to open a sector when you thought that the result of a reopening could be an explosion of outbreaks within that sector.
The governor emphasizing if parents want schools to open, change behavior.
I would like to think that we have the capacity to make better decisions the next few weeks, so we don't have to make the decision to delay a school year.
Dodger Stadium is the county's largest testing site. Right now, you'll have to wait at least 2 days to get in. The mayor says they're hoping by next week to have next day appointments available once again. At Dodger Stadium, I'm Laurie Perez, KCAL 9 News.